Is it? Yeah.
Is this on?
Yeah.
You're going to do an introduction?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say, this is Rock Radio UK. I'm Layla. This is Kira Mac.
Go on, you can do it.
Okay.
Hey up, Mum.
This is Rock Radio.
Oh,
Hang on, Mum. Fine timing.
Oh, yeah.
Are they lost? Oh, they're not letting him in. Don't let him in.
The big tennis guest area.
How could they got lost? One road. The 10 at the end of it.
Yeah, but the postcode sends you all up.
Yeah, me.
Oh, we got the advance.
Yeah.
You needed to send them the... No, do you know what I mean?
Constable Post Office.
They parked miles away and got
I think that's what Ben and...
All right, well, I'm just doing it. Yeah.
Shut up, until they walking.
All right, mate.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, good. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Yeah, I'll catch up
We're all
with
here now.
We're all here. Are we in the room?
Yes, my mother might call, but we can cut that down.
Do we
Yeah, we
sort
can
of
answer it and make it funny.
Well, yeah, I think actually just put it on speakerphone.
Yeah. Hello, mother.
You're live on Channel 4, don't you?
She's bringing baked goods down, so.
Oh, Mandy's bringing biscuits.
Yeah.
Fucking class. Have you had Mandy's biscuits yet?
No, never.
Actually, Lozzie's mum, you know what? There's battle of the mums here with the Bake Off. It's like Bake Off, like Band Bake Off. Great British Band Bake Off.
We should do this.
Make a sketch.
You should do, yeah.
Watch you and my mother go at it over some bacon.
Because your mum made them. She made
Over some
millionaire
caramel
shortbread,
strudels,
but the bottom was Rice Krispie cake.
It was nice. It was insane.
It's filth. I had a heart attack. I could feel it.
My
I
blood
get an
sugar went up just
aneurysm.
looking at it.
Yeah, honestly.
I got gout.
Joe had to have like 15 vials of insulin afterwards, but it was mint.
Where's the gluten gel? Played everything.
Where's the gluten
Where's the gluten gel?
Oh, you want me to do it, dear?
Jam.
Oh, I'm real. Lady's given up.
She's just observing.
You need to learn from the master, you see. So when you have your own, when you take over, take the mantle.
The family podcast.
Yeah, well, actually, I sent my
Radiocast.
son-in-law to do the Hot One too yesterday.
Oh.
He got the name wrong, which was quite funny.
Do one.
What did he call? What did he call it? What did he call it? Baby cider.
No, nothing like that. But then they said it was the best interview they'd ever done.
Oh.
And I thought I was so slighted. Well, we are at Firevolt, day 3, I think. Is it day 3?
We are.
Yeah, it's Sunday. We're with Kira Mac. Hello.
Hey! Thank you.
Yeah, okay. It's just not. We're talking about baked goods.
Baked goods.
Baked goods are, yeah.
What's your favourite?
Favourite? Oh, no, don't. This is a bad question for me because I will eat cake instead of eating actual food. I've got the
Cake
sweetest
is
sweet
food.
tooth ever. I will eat. I love millionaire shortbread. I love Bakewell slices. You know Costa Bakewell slices, sponsors. I love lemon tarts. I love cheesecake. I love cake. I love Joe's mum's cookies. Not a euphemism.
My mother makes chocolate chip cookies that she's made today and is bringing down, and I'm pretty sure the people here are only friends with me because of my mother's
You're only in
baking.
the band because
I've got a feeling Eve, our merch person, who is not here at the moment because she's at Boomtown, would be furious if we didn't save her one. And she did say to me, Joe, I'm only friends with you because of your mother's cookies.
That's actually a thing.
So
You put glitter on them at Christmas.
she did, and she makes them gluten free
Yeah.
because she's celiac. So she caters to all people.
Apart from Lloyd.
Yeah.
But then Loz is coming during the band, and then Loz's mum made some kind of like
One-upped me.
Explain it.
Which I was furious about.
It was like caramel with like a biscuit on bottom.
Into chocolate.
It
was like a millionaire shortbread, but instead of the shortbread, it was Rice Krispie.
Oh, it was
insane.
I think that's them pulling up now in car.
getting into.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone say hi to Joe's mum and dad.
Say hello to Joe's mum and dad.
They're also called
Mandy and Andy.
Mandy and Andy. And I'm fuming
That's
that
not a
Nina
joke.
and Joe weren't called Randy and Sandy, because that would have just been the best.
Randy, Sandy.
Literally.
Mandy, Andy, Randy and Sandy.
We went on an holiday to America and they were going around and obviously like in like restaurants and stuff, and they were like, oh, Mandy and Andy, and all the waiters thought it were a joke. Thought they were having one. No, genuinely it wasn't Mandy and Andy.
We have to call him Drew.
Yeah, Drew, because that's his nickname, Drew.
Yeah.
I don't even call him Dad. I don't even call my mum Mother. Mandy.
Andy.
Yeah.
Okay. You look like the same one in here.
I wouldn't go that far. So.
I saw you at Call a while.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
I wasn't saying then.
You certainly
He's not.
were.
He's not saying.
Saying then.
He's not saying, honestly, when these two met, so I've known Vern for a really long time, since school, and when him and Joe met at the jam night, I was like, oh, God.
You got a Joe-mance.
Create a real Joe-mance. And I was like, Loz, it's me and you, bro, because these two are...
Yeah.
But Loz is like my surrogate son. I see myself as his protector.
I really feel sorry for you.
He is the
He's Man
child.
City fan.
I don't know what it is, we just always have
I tried to give him like
children drummers.
advice. If you think you've drank too much, drink more.
Yeah.
Or tactical sick, that's all.
Yeah.
Tactical chunder.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good, isn't it?
Then you're back in the game.
Yeah, you are.
Don't be afraid to go to bed. If you've had enough, just go to bed.
Yeah.
And you get up tomorrow morning, everyone's dying, you're straight back in it.
Exactly.
Weirdly, all of the advice has to do with drinking techniques.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not much to do with
If
anything
it's a beer
else.
in the morning, it's a Guinness because it doubles up as a meal
As a breakfast
Yeah.
beer.
Okay.
Breakfast beer.
This is not wrong.
and it's full of iron, so you're all right.
Exactly. It's what you
You've
need.
got to pass on your knowledge to the younger generation.
Pace yourself.
Layla,
Eat 3 meals, and then you can just drink.
don't
You
drink
can
any stuff.
drink all day.
One day you could turn out like these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's an awful thing.
Just drink water. Great philosophy. Just drink water.
You'll have good skin.
Yeah.
Al McPherson said
Water and
that's
juice.
your beauty secrets with sleeping
Layla, what's
water.
your favourite cordial? Orange or blackcurrant?
Or cherries and berries.
Some fruits.
Berries.
Cherry.
You're only saying that because Reese said it.
No, I like berries though. I like berries, orange and blackcurrant.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
I like blackcurrant.
I like tropical.
Can you remember
Orange and pineapple.
what
They
was
got
that?
the orange cordial.
What was that
Joe
cordial
calls it
back in the day?
dilute.
Dilute.
Kiora.
Kiora.
Yeah. Do you remember the adverts?
Yes.
No, but I did see it on someone's number plate the other day and I was like,
My nana used to send me to school with a bottle of dilute in a
dilute. calls
Kiora.
it dilute.
In an old Kiora bottle, so I used to go to school with about 3 litres of Kiora, but you'd have to put half a bottle of Kiora because it was proper weak.
Yeah.
Apart from
know
around
what
the
I
rim.
Apart from around there, and it just stained around the rim, doesn't it? Yeah.
Also,
It's like a bottle of wine.
did
You know,
you guys
when
ever
you leave
have
the wine
roller
into
cola?
roller cola.
Panda Pops.
Oh.
Speedway from Lidl.
Yeah.
Speedway.
Remember Netto? The blue. My mum could never give me the blue. Don't let Reed.
I was just brought up on good old Ribena. Love a bit of Ribena.
Yeah,
You
you're such
conservative,
honestly, you're such a millennial.
Honestly.
You're a millennial. What are we?
I don't know.
You're Gen Y or
Well, I'm
whatever.
a millennial.
I'm Gen Z.
20.
No,
No.
we're millennials. He's a Gen Z.
Z, that's it, yeah.
I'm just really old.
That's what my dad said.
You're a boomer.
Boomer? How dare you?
How dare you? How dare
What,
you label me?
these up? Who made these?
Don't
Our
know.
Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ.
Who else?
See? Well, if you're a boom, what's Jesus? Jesus.
He is the boom.
The only man is the
The
man upstairs.
The big boom.
Big boom, yeah.
Anyway, have we got any questions?
I was going to say,
Layla, have we got any questions for them? No.
I have got a nugget of information for you, though.
well, we've got a surprise for you today.
Oh.
So we're going to be playing a brand new song
We've
that
never
no
played
one's
live.
heard, and we've never played it live. And it's going to be on the next album. Could potentially be the lead single off the next album. Potentially. Depends what comes back, what we hear back. But it's the first one we've had back. So we're going to chuck it in the set and see how it goes down.
It's called Monster.
Yeah.
Did you write it about anybody in particular?
What did you write it about,
Yeah,
Rhiannon?
what happened?
Yeah.
So when we started, I met Joe, right? I was doing country stuff, and then we had some character building experiences. We got a bit angry at the world, and then
You did.
I did. Yeah, I got very angry at the world and started writing. It's kind of an accumulation of things, people that have crossed us as a band or individually, personally. It's kind of like I had a character building experience, if you will, for a few years, and it shaped me as a human and definitely shaped my songwriting. And then obviously the past year with the band has been tumultuous, so it's kind of like there's a line in it that says and when you can't sleep at night, remember that I could have, but I didn't ruin your life. And that's kind of the whole premise of the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love an angry song, don't we?
Yeah, very angry.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a... There's... Not to go into too much depth, but I think there's been a bit of doubt around us recently from certain
there's
circles.
a rumour that we broke up.
Yeah, there's been a rumour going around that we broke up apparently.
But me and Joe's been writing
so.
10 years next year, so if I was going to bin him off, I would have by now. Do you know what I mean? If he was going to murder me, he would have.
I live in a
by now.
goddamn house, for God's sake.
A goddamn house. And these two you live down the road 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We have barbecues in Burns Garden.
Lots
and
is there every
practically
weekend,
moved in
yeah.
every weekend. So I don't think we're broken up.
No,
so.
it seems fairly solid to me.
Yeah.
I think we're just
We're
beginning.
more solid than ever.
Yeah, also the
Do you know
second
what I mean?
album, like, we are so poised and ready to pounce. We've had so much time in, like, taking stock and, like, really working on stuff and, like, really planning stuff and getting all our chickens in a row. That's not saying. It's ducks in a row.
Chickens, yeah, ducks in
Do you know what I mean, though?
I'm glad. Well, yeah, somebody does.
Someone has to know what you mean, Alan, because
That,
we
like,
go out
we're
the
just,
time.
it's going to be, we want to level up every time, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what progression of a business, a band, anything that you want to grow, that's like what it needs to do. So we've just been, and I think like with you two as well, we've leveled up massively.
Yeah.
Like the stage show,
Well.
these guys are insane kind of players. And we're saying we've never been able to jam. We've never been able to just throw us all in a room and say, right, the key of E, this is the riff, this is the beat, let's go. And these guys are like great musicians and great people to be on the road with. And the stage show is top notch. And yeah, we're just having a really, really lovely time.
Hang on.
And a really, really sorry.
You go
Joe's
shoot
just
them.
got to
Get the
go
mother
and
and father.
break his
Yeah.
mother and father. Man, he's
Bring
got a
the
box of biscuits.
Here we go.
Get them biscuits over here right now.
Here we go.
We just did an interview, Drew.
Should a taste test.
So enter Drew.
We just been talking about Mandy's biscuits.
Mother, come in, bring the biscuits.
Bring the biscuits
come on.
in. No, actually, get him in on the
No, come on,
thingy.
come on. No, the
No,
opening's
she can't
there,
go round
there.
it. No, then she's close to that side.
She can't get through
God,
that.
it's always
yeah.
fucking chaos, isn't it?
I will edit
There's
this bit out,
nothing.
honestly.
There's nothing simple.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, come on, Mandy. Jump.
Hey,
Also,
look at that.
Mandy is the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life as well.
I couldn't comment on that.
We always say Joe's mum's really fit.
Can we do that thing on
Hey, Joe's daddy. Hello.
Because
Look at the biscuits.
All right.
Oh, that's a bit
Love
like the
that.
highlights.
I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh, come on. Oh, it's a family affair.
Look at those.
While their backs are turned.
Vera Black. Oh, Vera Black put me some bits in my hair as well. Vera Black, there's store there. It's fancy.
Mira Black.
Mira Black.
Mira Cack. Mira Cack.
You're alright.
Look at this.
True.
This is my family, everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
Right,
so anyway.
Excuse the interlude.
very, very.
You love it.
Yeah.
And well, let go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
come back.
sorry.
If I eat a biscuit, is it going to be like ASMR?
Wait,
Go on, come-
wait, no, we need to save them.
What? Don't
Well, we
be
need to save.
protector
We
of the
need to save
biscuits.
at least 2 for Eve.
Okay, there's a sandwich bag in there.
Or we could just leave them in the box.
No, we can just put 2 in a sandwich bag and we can ransack the rest.
Okay. But
That's what I
if you want to get stuck, look, there's even stickers that says baked with love.
What would else
I
was
thought
it
it was
baked
baked
with?
with,
Wheat.
like, yeah.
Baked with hash.
Baked with hate. Can you imagine? baked with pure contempt.
Baked with poison.
Baked with an oven.
Baked with.
There's more than one stick, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, you're joking.
No.
Slides like that. Yes.
God,
Hang on.
it's like Takeshi's Castle.
Fort Knox.
Oh, Jesus.
I love that Joe goes for the rip and Vern goes for the peel.
Then do the other
It
side.
says a lot
I've
about
made
the
it.
you're
individual
doing
person,
that.
doesn't it?
It does. You want to see me open trying to open an
God, now
envelope?
they're fucking shaking the biscuits everywhere. So yeah, do you actually have any questions, or we just
No,
we
we're just
do
like-
the same thing again? It's 45 minutes. It's going to be just us talking shit.
No,
Right.
brilliant. No, because I watch that one from Cornwall Rocks all the time, and it still makes me laugh.
It's funny.
It's one of my best.
There's a bit where Alex turns up and he goes, "Joe, I will glass you live on camera."
I did think about cutting it.
Look at that.
Are we having a biscuit?
Are you,
One more
are you getting
Layla.
that?
Biscuit.
Can you get? Look at that.
And we got a crunching.
Go on,
tonight.
Layla.
It'll be like ASMR.
Go on,
Like,
Layla.
take
You have
that.
the first bit. Go on. You got to have a bigger bite than that. Go on. Don't be afraid. Oh.
yes.
What do you think? Give us
Yeah.
out of 10.
10.
Yes.
She's not
From the mouth
man's
of babes,
favourite from
they
nothing.
speak nothing
We're
but
gonna
the
have
truth.
your mum setting up a cookie shop.
Well, to be
That's a
honest,
good idea.
catering on tour. Do you know what I mean? You and me, you and your mother, me and my mother. My mother and your mother is what I meant to say.
You alright?
No, your mother and my mother catering.
There you go.
Oh, they're so good.
We'll have your mother on the spag balls, mine and Loz's mother on the baked goods. Kira Mac Bake Off. It's a YouTube series waiting to happen.
I think it
British
is,
band Bake
actually.
Off. Oh my god, we could get other bands to come on with
We
their
want
mums
food.
and do baked goods.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I feel like there's like some good.
Mary
I think
Berry
this
in.
is really going to take off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we could get like Sharon Osbourne commentating or something, do you know what I mean?
Literally, we just need
Or
some
Ozzy,
form
that'd
of
be fun.
YouTube production company to give us a few G.
YouTube, can you give
Few
us some
hundred.
G's?
Few hundred to set up, to set up get a set in place, and then we can get it all sorted.
Ideal. I mean, I see a few like reels. Tanya Callahan, the bassist from Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah.
And she's a vegan, but her food she puts on her reels is outstanding.
Yeah.
I'd almost turn people.
We've got a vegan on tour, Lloyd, our tech.
Yeah,
Is vegan.
Here's
Veganuary.
Veganuary. He always ends up with chips, don't he, bless him?
Yeah, it must be hard.
You'd have to have 15 vials of insulin after
Absolutely insane.
insane, unreal.
that. But yeah, have we got any
Yeah, come on.
So we've been in Canada doing an album.
Yeah, you have. You went
that
back
was very
again, didn't you?
Well, we didn't end up going back because
Right.
of certain
Health
complicated
reasons.
health reasons.
In their camp, not
Yeah,
ours.
Mike had a few things that he needed to sort out, so we ended up with rearranged the dates, which is no biggie. Like it's we're not in sort of. Although we want to get them out,
Yeah.
we don't want to rush anything. We want to make sure it's like released in the right way.
Yeah.
And you know, like the proper planning, proper things, everything in place, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's just taking its time. But we've had first mix back of potentially the lead single,
Yeah.
and we're super happy with it. It's a real step up.
And they were like,
It's a real step up from the first album. It's a bit of a change in direction.
Yeah.
Like the album's kind of like 50-50. Kind of, it's like where it's like 50% good old Kira Mac, what you know us for.
Yeah.
Then 50% newer stuff. New.
basically what Joe was saying, he's got a synth.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Well,
sounded a lot
everything's got
heavier
sense
when I
on.
saw you KKs the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, you're guitar down, but you're sounding louder.
Love that.
That's the P bass.
Is that what it is?
Oh, all right.
It's not that Rickenbacker.
Has anyone got a pin so I can pop this?
Big head. No, it probably is actually, to be fair.
Well, no, but that's the thing, right? When we were obviously guitar down,
Yeah.
and we had to go out on tour with. We went out on tour with The Answer.
Yeah.
We hadn't really had enough time to sort of really like sit and think about and craft it with obviously being a guitar down. So we went out on the tour with The Answer, and a lot of the feedback was, maybe you should, Layla, get stuck in.
Down
Strand of
kiss.
hair. That's what it was.
A lot of the feedback was, maybe it sounds a bit empty, maybe you should think about having another guitar. But then we sat with it, we worked on it, and got it sounding pretty hefty, to the point where now we can't really imagine going back to it. Like,
I'm glad you said that, because I don't feel it worked if you put
No,
no
we
dynamic in it.
no.
The thing is, this is going to sound awful, but we never needed another guitarist. I don't think a band ever needs more than one guitarist, unless you are playing harmonies or some kind of like super duper rhythm and then super duper leads. Hendrix used to play rhythm and solos himself on his own. Like, you
But this
don't
is the thing,
need it.
yeah.
It's a luxury more than a necessity.
It's all about the songs you write.
Yeah.
And how you're writing your songs.
Yeah, and writing with them in mind.
Yeah.
And I think like the new stuff is a lot more meaty. There's not many guitar solos.
There isn't,
There's a lot of
I think there's
breakdowns
maybe
and stuff.
3 guitar
So
solos
it's
on the
not-
whole album.
it's not needed,
whereas
really.
the whole of the other album, pretty much, I think it was like 10 tracks, 9 had guitar solos. So we kind of, it's like I say, when we say it's a different direction, like
It's a lot more contemporary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
more
the
contemporary.
previous-
To
the
try and-
the first album was a lot more kind of classic rock,
yeah,
that kind of
Bluesy,
southern rock,
rocky,
bluesy.
riffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
This
moving.
next album, is a lot more contemporary.
And I've definitely leaned in with the melodies more. I always worry about my lyrics. And Joe always goes, crazy, 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 crazy nights. And I'm like,
Panama.
Panama. And he's like, stop worrying about your
Matt-
lyrics. Like, lean into melody more than lyrics. And melody before everything else is like something that we work off. And I think that's been...
Go on,
What chorus? That is Crazy Night by Kiss. Imagine Gene was just like, I've got an idea for a chorus.
goes like this.
Crazy, 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 crazy. And they're like, yeah, we got it.
Nice.
Nice.
That's it, that'll
God
do.
gave rock and roll to you.
God
Lads,
gave
I've got
rock
a
and
new
roll to
song here. What's it called? God gave rock and roll to you. All right,
How's
cool.
it go?
This is the verse. How's the chorus go? God gave rock and roll to you.
But great melody,
Gave rock and
memorable
roll to-
melody. And
Gave
we want
rock and roll
people
to
that have
everyone.
never seen us to watch a show and come away and
Yeah.
go, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's good because this new album, the new tracks, will really broaden the demographic as well.
I hope so.
That's what it was. There was a lot of like. It was like the first album was just like, oh, these songs sound cool.
Yeah.
This is a cool riff.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And we were like,
We had no plan.
you know, we were listening to
Straight out.
songs that were like, at the time when we were like listening to those kind of tracks and all that kind of stuff, and there was no kind of just like, the goal at that point was to get a track on Planet Rock and to see if we could get a track on, you know, New Picks, the Wyatt thing that he does on a Monday
I
night.
don't know. I don't listen to that horrible radio station.
Looking forward to headlining Winter's End.
No, but
Might I say, the views of the band do not...
Do not represent it. Yeah.
I'm only kidding. I mean,
No.
they've
done a lot for us.
We wouldn't have a scene without Planet Rock. I've got to say.
definitely, and like as much as we absolutely love them, and they've supported so many young budding bands, especially us. Like we got all of the singles off the last album playlisted on the A list on heavy rotation, and honestly, we have to give them credit where credit's due because a lot of our tours and stuff, ticket sales, were largely Planet Rock.
Yes.
But we are, like I say, wanting to go to the next level. We wanted to branch out. Planet Rock 100% will be with us forever.
Yeah.
But I think like as well, just getting the younger kids on board, like the TikTok and like the young blood kind of like group of like youngsters, because I was saying to Mark, our manager, the other day, I want to be like when I found Hailstorm when I was like 13, 14. I was like, oh my god, Hailstorm are the best thing ever, and I bought all the albums, I listened to all the songs, and I went to see them, and I want us to be that for that generation of people. So especially young girls.
You are. I mean,
We try
look
to.
at her.
Look at me. I can't do that, mind.
As a band and as like a creative force, you want to always stay true to your roots, but you want to constantly evolving.
Yeah, you can't stay.
And
You can't write the same song.
and then
over
Well, you know, this
and you want to be branching out to new audiences and new fans.
And also we
gaining
find
bigger
new
followings.
bands and we get new influences.
Absolutely.
Like me and you've been mad into country music, and I've definitely taken like the country music-esque element of melody into the new songs, even though they are heavy with a capital H. Like you just take, and you've been listening to a lot of Architect stuff and a lot of like heavier stuff. So we are constantly evolving as people and music listeners, therefore music writers.
Just trying to find like, it's a nice blend. Like there's definitely been times where I've like written a song and gone, listen to this, and I'm a bit kind of like, oh, this is heavy mind, and then you've gone, oh, I love that. I'm like, oh right, okay.
Because I think
But then there's also been times where I've written a song and you've gone, well, it's a bit too much, and I'm like, yeah, I think you're right.
also there's been times when Joe's written a song and gone, I've written this riff, it sounds mint, but it's really familiar. Like I feel like it might already be a song, and it's one of our songs.
Yeah, I was trying to. I was like writing the other day, and I was like, sure, this riff sounds familiar. And I was listening to one of the songs for the new album for like a bit of reference to kind of, what did I do on there? And I was like, I've already used that. It's just in a different tempo. And I'm like, I can't really
Just
do
muscle
that.
memory shining through.
Hey, mind you, Noel Gallagher wrote 2 songs out of the same chords for Wonderwall. Wonderwall and Do You Know What I Mean are the same chords, just different melodies. Do you know what I mean?
AC/DC have been
They've been jamming on AMD for their whole life.
years.
Yeah.
And the quote.
The quote, yeah.
I mean, when you say just changing for a younger generation, it's also, I mean, you're here at a wonderful Firevolt festival,
Yeah.
but also it opens up 2000 Trees, it opens up,
This is the thing.
well, even Bloodstock to some
Bloodstock,
degree.
yeah.
Bloodstock,
yeah.
Leading and Reed.
Leading and Reeds.
Leeds and Reading.
Yeah.
We also want to do like Grass Pop, Hellfest,
Yeah.
Wacken, Sweden Rocks, like all of those festivals. And
Full Force.
the way that we are with the way that the first album is being a classic rock album or a blues rock album, whatever you want to label it as, because it is a little bit of southern rock, blues rock, classic rock, whatever. It's a bit of everything, which we've always been. And we just wanted to reach out to those festivals and be appealing to them. Like I say, you've got to grow. You can't stay in your groove. Well, you can, but you'll just hit the glass ceiling.
When you've only released one album, you don't want to be pigeonholed straight away.
Yeah, exactly. And we could, I mean,
And arguably,
we
like
could
the
write an
second
EDM
album,
album.
yeah,
We could
arguably the
write
second
anything.
album's more important than your first, and it's, you know what I mean?
But they always say it's a difficult album.
Yeah,
and it's for you to shine.
Well, it was difficult
And everyone's
to
like
write.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
Waiting.
it was.
Because you've got a lot to prove.
I mean, we had like, before going into record, or before like it was like time to kind of like buckle down and go like, right, we need to write the rest of this. We had like 5 tracks that we'd been playing for
Farewell
playing
Climbing,
live with
No Way Out,
Farewell
Play the
Climbing,
Game,
No Way Out, Play the Game.
Whiskey.
So we had those tracks, and it was like, right, but we wanted, so the first album was 10 tracks, so we were aiming for like 12.
Yeah.
And it was kind of difficult to write the rest of those and kind of know what direction to go with it. Do you know what I mean? But we've got I think it was like a right nice balance of like modern stuff.
It's just getting that running order in the album.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
we were even talking about releasing it in like 2 parts.
That isn't such a silly idea.
No, I mean it like was talking about part 1 would be good old Kira Mac, you know us for this. It's good old Kira Mac, but with like a new sprinkling on it.
Yeah.
And like, you know, the songwriting stepped up a little bit, and you know, it's kind of like One Way Ticket V2 kind of thing. It's a bit newer. Got a new paint job on it. And then we were talking about like maybe doing part 2 as like, well, here's what is to come from us.
Yeah.
But then we were kind of, it's not the worst idea, and it has kind of worked for some bands, but then, you know, I think we kind of just like the idea of just doing an album.
A body of work.
And it's like, this is a collective, and really, like, you know, thinking about it, so.
But then if you release, say, the 2 types of singles, 6 weeks apart, say, you're then broadening your fan base,
Well, that's
and
the
it's
thing.
more people
It's
going to buy
you
that
wanna
single.
be on
Absolutely.
as many Spotify playlists as you can, and you just want to be out everywhere. And the only way to do that is to appeal to the masses.
Yeah.
And it would be a great world where it was the 80s still, and everybody loved Guns N' Roses, but not everybody loves classic rock, and people like heavier things. And people like, I know, weird behaviour, but they exist.
The way people listen to music
It's a lot
process
different,
has changed now anyway.
So
Like with
different.
TikTok and everything, and you're more in a single generation now than an album generation.
Oh yeah.
Loz's generation.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you can go on TikTok and find a song and go, oh, I like that. Listen to it once, put it in a playlist. But like before, well, the generation before me, it was kind of like, because I've been brought up with all this. Like you put vinyl on, you listen to it back to front and rinse it and rinse it and rinse
So
it.
you got no grooves left.
Until it's fucked. But then you get so familiar with that album. It's like it's your baby at the end of the day. It's
You
like
know everything.
you know everything about that album. You know who wrote it. You know who produced it. You know where it was recorded. You know
You
everything
played
about
on
it.
And other than
You just can't do that anymore. It's not the same.
radio stations, that like you have rock radio stations like Planet Rock, Kerrang, and others, and they'll
Rock Radio UK.
rock radio UK, exactly.
Yeah.
But you'll play rock songs, especially with the bigger ones. You hear a lot of the same songs over and over again.
Yes.
And when you go onto streaming platforms, you'll listen to a band, and then it'll give you bands in that algorithm.
Yeah.
Whereas, say you had like your music TV shows like MTV and everything.
Scores and Kerrang.
They play pretty much everything.
Scores.
So now
Days.
when you search a band, you listen to that band, then you only listen to other bands that are very similar to that.
Yeah.
So people's musical taste isn't branching out as much.
Yeah.
So if you can branch out more, it's it's opening the door for you and for fans.
Yeah.
But it's a risk. Do you know what I mean? There was definitely times when we were writing these songs and was like
And we
listening
say
to them, and we sat there going, have we done the wrong? Fucking hell, we've written 12 songs. We're about to go and record these in 12 days.
Yeah.
Have we done? Have we made a horrendous mistake? Have we just written a country album? But then we were like,
We can do
well,
it
no,
next album.
it's like it was just a bit like. Well, it's worth doing, do you know what I mean? You got to take risks, you got to do these things and
And
stuff.
also, I think what people will say that like you sell out or that you've like lost your compass of where you are musically. But like I say, me and Joe and you guys as well, like we could write anything. You could lend your hand to anything. But you put like a reggae section in the middle of Freebird, do you know what I mean? Like, could write anything. And I think like it's not selling out and it's not being like that. We still stay true to who we are as people, and the songs that we write we love the songs that we write, and they're directly from our influences. And I think like as long as you're making music that you like, then it will translate to people and they will like it too.
They don't it's not that they sound a million miles away from Kira Mac because they don't. It's still got the overall tone.
He's gone through the Kira Mac machine, yeah.
So even though the writing process is different and the song structurally might be different, the overall sound definitely is still Kira Mac.
Yeah.
It definitely, like, we put Monster in the set and it definitely slotted straight in. It definitely fit. Farewell
That's the thing.
Climb and
That was a
Monster.
fight that I gave up very quickly, was trying to get Rhiannon to write vocals in a different way, and I thought after a while it was like, oh, it's not going to happen because that's not who she is, and that's just trying to change who someone is. It's like she said, I want you to start playing guitar like fucking Nuna Bettencourt. It ain't going to happen because I can't do that.
And
Do you know what I mean? It's not that it's not that she can't do it, but there's a voice there, and it's like the identity, and it's like you can't just all of a sudden change that. Do you know what I mean? So
It's more than words.
So yeah, but like we're really, really like proud of it. It's more than words.
It's more than words.
It's more than words, man.
It's more than words. Right, I suppose the last question is, have you been signed yet?
No,
We have got many a record label knocking the door.
many.
Well, we can't obviously reel them off, but we had four
We had a
were
couple
interested.
Yeah.
2 offers came through. We're not ready to sell our souls yet.
No.
That's a fair comment.
We've managed to get an investor for the album.
Yeah.
We're paying back, obviously, but we managed to get an investor for the album, which means that we've got the best of both worlds. We have label backing without being signed to a label. With minimal input. We haven't relinquished creative control. We haven't gone into a styling thing and gone, right, you're all going to wear this and you're all going to be these people and you're all going to say this and here's your media training and all that stuff.
He's got to wear a wig.
Yeah.
I don't think it's her.
Oh my god, please go and put a wig on. It's a Tuesday.
Lose the rug.
So we've managed to, for this album, keep the best of both worlds, and I think we'll see what happens. But like you say, the music industry's changed so much, and people are independent, making albums in their bedroom.
Well, this is
and being very successful. Billie Eilish. So I don't want to say there's no need for a record label anymore because that would break my heart.
When the time is right, isn't it?
But I think when the time is right, then the deal will be right. But right now we haven't had a deal worth signing.
The business model still needs to evolve a bit more to match what's happened.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Like you say,
and there's no old money anymore. And sometimes record labels will try and give you not enough money, and you'll just be at square one anyway.
Well, there's not really
and then you won't get any money out of it because you're signing an 80-20 deal to them.
They don't develop bands anymore. They don't sign new bands and then develop them anymore and put the money in for that. They want a band that is already a finished product, so they know that as soon as they sign them, they can sell.
Absolutely. It's more about TikTok views and streaming numbers now than it is about.
Well, we were talking to one of the label heads. I was just talking to him the other day, and he was saying some artists have had their entire budget for albums go into TikTok.
Yeah.
Their entire 50 grand, 100 grand, 150 grand, their entire budget has gone into TikTok and getting TikTok dances and plays and getting ready with me videos and all that stuff. So we haven't quite cracked the world of social media yet.
We did have a big improvement, didn't we, on the last tour?
We need to employ a young person to.
Do you know anyone was?
You're a young person.
Yeah, you're a young person.
I'm nearly in my mid-30s. I have no idea.
You're so old.
Then can't talk to 18-year-olds. That's just wrong.
I need to get off TikTok.
I haven't got any word as original stuff.
Right, guys, I've taken up so much of your time today.
You are more than welcome to have us there. We are happy to be here.
Good. We will see you on the main stage in the
25 past
thing.
6.
There we go. Yeah, it must be about 5 minutes' time.
Probably.
Yep.
We'll probably be in the middle or the
front row
blocks
with the bubbles.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you ever so much for having us. Really
No,
appreciate
thank you. It is always a
Cheers,
pleasure.
Dave. Always a pleasure, mate.
Guys,
Yeah.
I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Bye.
Goodbye.